Hi everybody, I'm Kevin.
Hey Kevin, I'm Ralph over here behind the camera.
And welcome to Cavalcade of Food, and
Yes.
our company is Jackie and Roy, who was a married couple. They jazz kind of duet.
Yeah,
Very cool.
kind of looks like Dick Van Dyke and Mary Tyler Moore from that
Kind
period.
of, sort of. So we're enjoying some music, and I'm just making cookies, and so we make cookies a lot, and they're just simple peanut butter cookies, nothing fancy.
And I told Kevin, why not film this
Why-
one?
why-
There are people out there who maybe, like
Maybe
myself,
you've never made peanut
I've never
butter
made
cookies.
peanut butter cookies, so I'd like to learn.
So here we go. Here's what we're going to do. We start with creaming our ingredients, our fat and our sugars, okay? So this is a common step. I got here 1 cup. You know what that is?
Oh my goodness.
Shorting.
Like lard or Crisco?
Crisco, exactly right. So this is an old-timey recipe, but it really works.
Is this how
So-
you always make your peanut butter cookies? Because I've had them and they are delicious.
Yep.
So it starts with Crisco and brown sugar.
Cup of shortening, 1 cup of brown sugar, and of course we always pack brown sugar when we measure it in the cup. 1 cup of white sugar, and we're going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla. And then, there we go, a good teaspoon of vanilla. Let's put that over here on the mixer. So creaming is simply getting everything creamy together.
Blending it up.
Yep. And you can kind of see it doing its thing. We'll come back when this is thoroughly creamed, and then we're going to add our peanut butter. We're using Velvet. Now, this is a total Detroit thing. Fresh, pure, and delicious. So, we've been eating Velvet peanut butter here since we were little kids, and it's a Detroit staple. And you might have a regional peanut butter where you live, and you can use creamy peanut butter or you can use chunky. So I always have creamy on hand. So this is the peanut butter. And you know what? Take a look what's happening here, Ralph. You see how that's kind of creamed together?
Kind of thickening it up and
Yeah, see, look
bringing
at
it all
that.
together. Yep. Gotcha.
That's what you want. So I'm going to measure out a cup of this peanut butter, and we're going to add that to the mix. Be right back. We're making peanut butter cookies.
Simple and delicious.
Okay, I just put my peanut butter in. See it there?
And how much peanut butter?
That's 1 cup. And we're going to get that blended in. Now, I'm also going to put in 2 eggs. You with me?
I'm with you. And I heard you say you like to have the eggs room temperature.
I do. A lot of people have said it's sort of a wives' tale that they be room temperature, that in the end, and I got a shell here, so I'm just getting it out, that they don't really need to be at room temperature. So, you know, you never know what to believe. But
Works for you.
yep, it works for me. And so now we're getting our eggs mixed in and our peanut butter.
Was it supposed to splash out like that?
No, it wasn't. You're supposed to start your mixer slow. Okay. So I'm going to get this all you can you smell that peanut butter?
Yeah. Smells peanut butter goody.
Always remember too, when you're making batter for cookies or cakes, remember to scrape the sides down, because a lot of times things stick to the side, and
there's chunks of flavor in there.
Yeah, you want it all incorporated. Matter of fact, they make beaters now that actually have a scraper on one side, and they do it for you, but I don't have such equipment. All right, now we're going to turn our attention to our dry ingredients. So I've got 3 cups of all-purpose flour in our sifter. To that, I am going to add 2 teaspoons of baking soda. You with me? 1, 2, and 1 teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
Okay.
So 2 baking soda, 1 salt.
1 salt. And we're going to kind of just sift this down together. Again, this sort of helps aerate the flour a little bit, and it's a great way to incorporate the ingredients. If you don't have a sifter, you can use a whisk. That works pretty well too, or you can use a sieve.
Basic idea is just to blend your dries up.
Exactly, and just kind of shake things through the sieve. All right, so now gradually we're going to add the flour into the other batter here, and it will start to stiffen up. So I'm going to finish doing this, and we'll come on back. And I've got the oven preheating to 350 degrees. So we've got our dough made. You can see it's a thick dough. It's a heavy dough.
Which means it's easy to form into balls.
Yep. Which is what we're going to do. I've got my baking sheet here. Now I like to use parchment paper.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't, but I really find it's so much easier.
So if you use parchment paper, if you don't use parchment paper, then you just need to spray a pan or butter a pan or something.
Mm-hmm. Spray. But
butter burns.
I also like it that it really, you don't have to do much to the pan but wipe it down when you're done with your baking, which
you just throw away the parchment paper and
exactly
there's easy cleanup.
So not only does the parchment serve, as a non-stick, but it also helps keep the pan clean. Now, you can make these as big or as large as you want. I'm kind of making them what I would call big gumball size. All right. So with peanut butter cookies, I would love to know, and if anybody knows, somewhere along the line, somebody started doing this. Right? Putting kind of a crisscross pattern on the top. Now I've got flour here. And I'm doing that so that the fork doesn't stick.
Comes up off of the dough after
Right.
you've made your impression of your imprint.
And it also kind of flattens it out, you'll notice, which is what we want. So these are going to bake for about 8 to 10 minutes at 350 degrees. And just like that. Now you don't have to do this. Some people put like a chocolate kiss. You've had those peanut butter cookies, right?
Yeah, in the middle.
Mm-hmm. You could also, I'm going to do another tray, but you could also put chocolate chips in the batter if you wanted to make peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. Of course, a great combination. So I'm going to get my second dozen here, timed together, and
there's something about baking that peanut butter that has such a unique smell.
So the top ones are done first.
How long's it been?
10 minutes. 10, 11 minutes. So we're going to leave them on the sheet just for a minute or so. But see how they kind of crackle?
Yeah, they get that little crumbly.
And they're nice and puffed up. Part of that really is the shortening that kind of gives it a little bit of that lift. Someone said that you could use margarine. I've tried doing it with butter. Butter just does not give it that same
heft
substance, but I haven't tried using margarine. So we've got our cooling racks out, and of course, as with cookies, they're very delicate coming off the sheet. We're just gonna, you can see they're still sort of pliable a little bit, but they cool off fairly fast. So
do they stay soft or do they get hard?
They will harden up a little bit, yes, as they cool. So hopefully they'll still have a nice chew to them. So we made old-fashioned, standard issue, always reliable peanut butter cookies. So had a great time doing it. Hope you had a great time being with us. And we'll see you next time on Cavalcade of Food.
Bye. Thanks for watching.